Hey, hi students. Today we are going to start fourth lesson of geography, that is agriculture. In this lesson, we will see the important crops of India, how they are cultivated, okay? Then types of agriculture that we will see. Okay? So here you can see the picture. As you know, India is maximum output of India. It is dependent upon agriculture, isn't? So here we'll see first of all types of farming. Many times we have discussed about it, isn't it? I think in 7th, 8th and 9th standard also. There are two types of farming: primitive subsistence farming and intensive subsistence farming. Okay, primitive means it is practiced on small patches of land. Primitive means old pattern, conventional farming it is. Okay, on small patches of land it is done, because traditionally the people, those who are getting land from their parents, their ancestors, it gets divided among the brothers, and that's why small patches of land are there. Okay, so this kind of farming is done on small patches. Then primitive tools like hoe, dhow and digging sticks and family community labor are used. Here labor from outside, they are not invited or called in that much quantity. Okay, so at home only family is doing this work. In this type of farming, farmers depend on the monsoons and natural fertility of the soil. Whenever in such kind of farming, when peasants they are going to sow, when peasants are going to sow something, then they are completely dependent upon the monsoon. They don't have any other alternative. If rain doesn't come, if monsoon doesn't comes, or if there is a problem with that, then what will be second alternative? There is no second alternative. Okay, and there is also no regular checkup of soil. Whatever soil they have got there, they will use that for their agriculture. Then land productivity in this type of agriculture is very low. Okay, so in such kind of primitive subsistence farming, zooming and slash and burn farming is there. Okay, what is a slash and burn? Again, we have heard about it, isn't it? What is slash and burn? Slash and burn means primitive people, when they are moving in the jungles, in the forest, while moving, they will cut down the trees, then they will burn those trees, and whatever ash they will get from the trees, it will be spread everywhere on the land, and there they will cultivate. For 2 3 years, they will cultivate there, okay, or for 1 year, they will cultivate, they will take one crop, and then they will leave that spot. They will move to next spot, so that the plot which was cultivated earlier, it will get time, or the soil, it will get time to get fertile again. Okay, so in this way the slash and burn farm goes on. So this kind of farming, there are many names. Okay, globally there are many names for this kind of farming, but in India it is also called zooming. Okay, very famous name, so please keep this in your mind. Zooming means slash and burn type of farming. Okay, now we'll go towards intensive subsistence farming. It is practiced on bigger land holdings. Very big lands are there. They are such a big that sometimes they have to use aeroplanes to irrigate the crop. Okay. Modern inputs like HYV, high yielding variety seeds, then chemical fertilizers, insecticides, etc., to obtain higher productivity, they are used. Okay, means they are not dependent upon conventional sources. They can use such kind of chemicals, okay, then modified seeds or crops. Then productivity is also very high. In intensive subsistence, irrigation facilities like tube wells and canal irrigation is used. Sometimes, means as I told you earlier, that in primitive subsistence farming, you can see they are completely dependent upon monsoon. Okay, but here if monsoon doesn't come on time, they have other facility, that is tube wells or canal irrigation. Here land productivity in this type of agriculture is low, but here land productivity is high as it meant for commercial purposes. Okay, so in such kind of intensive subsistence farming, plantation comes into this category. Okay, plantation is such a system, such a farming where only one crop is taken and that crop will be commercially cultivated. For example, tea, coffee, okay, then rubber. Only one crop will be cultivated. Okay, then there will be a standard. There will be a standard for that crop. If that crop fulfills that standard, then it will be exported to other countries. Okay, so from one farm only tea will be taken or rubber will be taken or coffee will be taken, single crop. That is called plantation. And such kind of agriculture, they need vast land. Okay, so in this way, in our first slide we discussed about primitive subsistence farming and intensive subsistence farming. I hope this is clear to you. Here you can see, yes, banana plantation and bamboo plantation. Only one crop will be taken. Only one crop. Okay. Yes. Now we'll discuss about the cropping pattern in our India. What is the cropping pattern of India? India has three cropping seasons: Rabi, Kharif, and Zaid. Okay. Rabi, which comes in winter. Kharif in monsoon season, and Zaid, it is in summer. Okay, so first of all we'll go by this sequence only. Rabi crops are sown in winter from October to December and harvested in summer from April to June. Some of the important Rabi crops are wheat, barley, peas, gram, and mustard. Okay, so these crops are taken after monsoon. Okay, when there is a heavy rain, it is called Kharif. Now we'll talk about Kharif. Kharif crops are grown with the onset of monsoon in different parts of the country, and these are harvested in September, October. Important crops grown are paddy, maize, jowar, bajra, cotton, jute. All these are Kharif crops. Okay, and in between the Rabi and the Kharif season, there is a short season during the summer months known as the Zaid season, in which watermelon, muskmelon, cucumber, and some of the Zaid crops are taken. Okay, so in this way, in India, we have three cropping pattern: Rabi, Kharif, and Zaid. So as in this season, climate changes. So for all these three seasons, climate is different and crops are also different, because some crops can't accept the climate of climate of monsoon, some can't accept the climate of summer, isn't it? So for every crop needs different climate. So in this way there are three patterns: Rabi, Kharif, and Zaid. Yes, now the most important part that is going to start now. We are going to talk about major crops. Okay, so in this major crops we'll talk about three kinds of crops. One, that is grains, only grains. Okay, second, we can eat it but it is not grain. Okay, and third, products which cannot be eaten, for example cotton. Okay, so let's begin. So first crop is rice. So see, this lesson is very informative only. Now till here there was some theory which could have been explained, that I have explained you. Now henceforward everything is facts. There are only some facts and that you have to keep in your mind. So I will just, if I feel that something is difficult in this, then I will explain again. Okay, otherwise we'll just go forward with this. Yes, so first is rice. Every day we use rice in our meal, isn't it? It is the staple food crop of majority of the people in India. Whenever we eat, there are many families who are having rice every day in their meal, isn't it? So it is a staple food crop of majority of people in India. Our country is the second largest producer of rice in the world after China. China is the first in rice production. It is a kharif crop which requires high temperature, about 25 degrees Celsius, and high humidity with annual rainfall above 100 centimeter. In the areas of less rainfall, it grows with the help of irrigation. Rice is grown in the plains of north and northeastern India, coastal areas, and the deltaic regions because it needs maximum water. Okay, in water only it is planted. So it is very important crop, one of the important crop. Development of dense network of canal irrigation and tube well have made it possible to grow rice in areas of less rainfall, such as Punjab, Haryana, and Western Uttar Pradesh. If you think about them, they are getting less rainfall as compared to other states, but still there we can get maximum rice. Why? Because development of dense network of canal irrigation and tube wells. Okay, so this is all about rice. In rice production we are second, we stand second. Here you can see the area which is colored by this. It is major area, okay, and this is minor area where we get the crop. Yes, second crop is wheat as second most important crop. Every day we are eating chapatis, okay, they are made up of rice. So very important crop it is. Main food in north and northwestern regions. What does it require? Which kind of climate? It requires cool growing season and bright sunshine during ripening. It is a rabi crop. Okay, 50 to 75 centimeter annual rainfall it requires, means less than rice. Okay, two important wheat growing zones are there in our India, means definitely other areas are also there which are cultivating wheat, but these two belts, these two zones, they are very important. First, Ganga Satluj plains, and second, black soil of Deccan. Okay, Ganga Satluj plain, northern area of India, and black soil of Deccan, that is our area, Maharashtra, Deccan Plateau. Okay, which states are at the highest rank in cultivating wheat? And they are Punjab, Haryana, UP, Bihar, Rajasthan, and MP. Okay, again here you can see major area and minor area. So here you can see in northern India, maximum states they are cultivating wheat. Okay, so in many movies you might have seen, if movies shot in northern India, in Punjab, Haryana, you can see a vast land which is covered by the uh, uh, wheat only. Okay, yes. Next, third is millets. Jawar, bajra, ragi, they are high nutritional value. They hold high nutritional value. Ragi is high in iron, calcium, and roughage. It is red, black, sandy, loamy, and shallow black soil it requires. If it is there, then you can cultivate in such kind of land. Okay. So Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, then Sikkim, okay, Jharkhand, and Arunachal Pradesh. So these states are pioneer in cultivating ragi. Okay, then jawar. It is third important crop with respect to area and production. First rice, second wheat, and third is jawar. Okay, third important crop. It require, which kind of climate does it require? Moist area and hardly needs irrigation. It doesn't need irrigation. Okay, so there is no issue of water. Next, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and MP in 2011 and 12. This is the data of 2011-12. At that time, these states were so much ahead as compared with other states. Okay, they are cultivating in large quantity. Next, bajra. sandy soil and shallow black soil. Okay, it requires Rajasthan, UP, Maharashtra, Gujarat, and Haryana. Okay, so very easy to understand. Next, fourth is maize, used as both food and fodder. It requires temperature between 21 to 27 degrees Celsius. It requires alluvial soil, and this kind of soil is best for maize. Okay, in states like Bihar, it is also grown in Rabi season. Okay, Karnataka, as again some states are mentioned here: Karnataka, UP, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Madhya Pradesh. The most important crop again, grain again, and that is pulses. Other than this grain, this is also very important to give taste to our tongue, isn't it? That's why India is largest producer and consumer of pulses, because it is rich in protein. Okay, tur, urad, moong, masoor, peas, gram, all these are pulses which we use in our daily life and we eat them, isn't it? So they require less moisture in land, in soil, and dry season also it can be cultivated. See, there is one speciality of this pulses. What is speciality? Once you cultivate, once you sow these pulses, it makes land fertile. Why? Because all these plants, all these pulses, they are leguminous. What is a leguminous? Leguminous means such a crop whose roots are holding some gametes, okay, knots, and those knots, they are very rich in nitrogen. Okay, so when these are cultivated in the farm, they give nitrogen to the land, and that's why they make fertile, they make the land fertile. Okay, only uh, urad is not added in this, but all other pulses, they give nitrogen and they make the land fertile. Okay, so which are the states? Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, and Karnataka. So next, food crops other than grains. So among them, the first is sugarcane. Okay, sugarcane is a tropical as well as subtropical crop. It requires hot and humid climate, temperature 21 to 27 degrees Celsius, and annual rainfall it requires 75 to 100 centimeter. India is second largest producer after Brazil. Brazil stands first in sugarcane production. Okay, and India is second. Main source of sugar, jaggery, khansari, and molasses. Okay, so from, as you know, many sweet things we eat. So sugar, jaggery, then khansari, and molasses. All these things, they are made up of sugarcane. Okay, so there is one question for you, you have to find it out. In Maharashtra, in which area sugarcane cultivated? Okay, that you have to find out. Next, so which states are in high range for cultivating sugarcane? UP, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Bihar, Punjab, and Haryana. Next, oil seeds. There are some seeds by which, by crushing them, we get oil, edible oil, isn't it? So India is second producer in groundnut after China. China stands first again. This is the data of 2008. Okay, and third largest producer in rapeseed 2008. 12% area means, if you talk about the cultivation area, okay, so out of 100%, 12% area is under the cultivation of oil seeds. It is that much important. From this you will understand this. So which are from which seeds or from which crops do we get oil? That is groundnut, mustard, coconut, sesame, then soybean, castor seeds, cotton seeds, linseed, and sunflower. Okay, so these many crops are there by which we get oil. So definitely there are different crops, so the taste of every oil is also different. Okay, So in our day-to-day life we use oil. That oil we get from these seeds. It is crushed in what we can say machine, and then it gives us oil. Gujarat is largest producer of groundnut, followed by Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Okay, so here you can see some pictures. This is uh, groundnut, this is sunflower, and this is mustard. Yes. Next, tea. Every day we take, isn't it? So this is the best example of plantation agriculture. Earlier I told you what is a plantation system. In plantation system only one crop is taken. Okay, so it is a beverage crop. We put it into our tea, milk, then we boil it and then we take it. Okay, so we drink it actually. So early first it was introduced by Britishers in our India, but now Indians, they are having maximum share in tea cultivation. In tropical and subtropical climate it can be cultivated. Then it requires the soil which is rich in humus and organic matter. It should be warm and moist frost free climate through the year. Okay, then frequent showers of rain unevenly distributed, if it is there, then it is very suitable for the tea. Assam, Darjeeling, West Bengal, then Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Meghalaya and Andhra Pradesh. All these states, they are cultivating tea. Then coffee. Yes, coffee came to us from Brazil. In our India, we cultivate the Arabica variety which we have imported from Yemen. Okay, so it is highly demanded type of coffee in the world. So it is confined to Baba Budan Hills, which is located in southern India. Then Nilgiri in Karnataka and Kerala and Tamil Nadu. In that area it is cultivated. You can see here how in hilly area it is cultivated. See, these are the crops of coffee. Okay. Yes. So for today we'll stop here. I hope till here everything is clear to you. In our next lecture we'll see other crops and some developments in agriculture field. Okay, chalo, fine students, thank you so much, have a nice day.